Shut up, Andrew. I have a poll. I have a poll. Okay. All right. This is a poll. This is an American poll. Question 24. Which of the following do you think best describes Russia? From lowest to highest. Lowest 17%. Not sure.
Correct answer.
Confusing.
These are honest Americans there. I respect those people.
I'm sorry, they put this one in the middle. The lowest is capitalist at 11%.
That's the correct answer, too.
One notch above that, lower than not sure. Socialist is 13%. So slightly more people think Russia 2022, the world's only socialist state. A bold experiment in tracksuits. In modern warfare servers. So socialism part of online gaming. Okay, 42% think Russia is a communist state.
42% of Americans think that Russia, the country that is in the news,
Russia's in the news,
a communist state. That's insane. I mean, I saw that poll, man. I was like, what the fuck? Retweet, haha, but
yeah, it's a funny one.
I'm wondering if it's like a real good sample of Americans, and polling is stupid. I bet, though, an alarming amount of Americans think that.
I would like to offer a thesis here, which is not that most, news keeping up with Americans think Russia is communist, or even a plurality of them, but that around 40% of Americans kind of don't know what year it is.
Yeah,
like a Joe Biden thing, like they think it's 1985 and they're like, we gotta stop Gorbachev before the nukes come down.
Well, but to a lot of people in America, probably most people, I was certainly cultured this way, or whatever the term is, indoctrinated.
I was cultured this way.
Yes.
Andrews is a milk. Did we not mention that?
What?
He's cultured this way. He's a milk.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, that would explain a lot.
A little bit of dairy humor.
It would explain a lot about my pigment.
It's a smart podcast.
The communism to, I think, most Americans, I certainly remember thinking this as a little kid, that just means dictatorship. That means authoritarianism. And people recognize Putin as a dictator. And so thereby he is communist. The strangest... I got so mad this one time. I was just amazed at this comment. But I was in a work meeting for this restaurant I worked at. We had a staff meeting. There were some issues on the staff, and the owners came down. We stood in the circle, and people were complaining about stuff. And the owner was like, "Yeah, you can do things a little differently if you want to. This is not a communist restaurant."
I have also heard that at restaurants. I don't know what it is with restaurant owners and defying communism, but
right. People just associate it with authoritarian
lack of choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a friend growing up, his dad used to yell, this isn't Russia. Eat your fucking corn, just willy-nilly about everything. Everything was happening the way it was supposed to be happening because this wasn't Russia, which meant something to his head. I mean, a lot of people I think the story of World War II and their indoctrination and their culturing is there was fascism, and then there's this other thing also bad because it's super authoritarian, and then America, we're not authoritarian at all because freedom,
because we're not those other two things which we just established were bad.
This is really reductive. I mean, I think if you take it in very passively and stupidly, it just reads like Like it's this other thing, and the lesson of the story of the whole shpadoo is we won because we're the most freedom or whatever. I mean, Joe Rogan says that shit on his fucking podcast. If the thing about that poll is like, if you read the comments of it, it gets worse. Like it starts off and you're like, oh,
what do you mean?
Americans are pretty stupid. And then you read the replies, and there are replies to it where people are like, this is a stupid poll. They didn't even put dictatorship or authoritarian or kleptocracy or oligarch. They're like listing all these things that are like, well, those are things that aren't mutually exclusive to capitalism, and they're not like.
This is a classic class blunder. Like World of Warcraft players fall into these all the time. Why aren't you a paladin and an orc? You can be both.
You can be both. It doesn't make any sense because the orcs, they don't really appear to follow Western religion for the most part of the story. But then, sure, you know what? It's a video game. Why not put a cross on that orc's chest? Let him do healing. You need it to get through a lot of the runs. The horde's a complicated.
Speaking of orcs, by the way, did you see the Ukrainian National Guard tweeted a picture of bullets and was like, greasing up our bullets for the Asian orcs? And then someone made him delete it.
Right.
Well, we're not racist. We're just greasing our bullets for any kind of guy.
Weren't they doing the bacon thing? They do for the Muslims because they assume there's Muslims in.
It's like a improv jam of racism going on over there.